Hello everyone, my name is Laura Modelli and welcome to Science for Education, supporting teaching and learning in science education. In today's episode, we are going to talk about an important organ that works as a natural filter in a mammal's body, the kidney. Our goals are that after watching this video, you will be able to identify the structure of the kidney, describe the functions of the major parts, and explain how the kidney works. Also, I have created activity sheets as a companion for this dissection video, and you can get these activity sheets through the link in the video description below, or you may visit scienceforeducation.com. We will be using this pig kidney from Carolina Biological Supply. You can use our affiliate link in the video description below to get this and other supplies for your learning activity at school or at home. They sell high-quality, preserved specimens with natural lifelike appearance for educational use. Alright, let's discuss the organ of the hour. The kidney's primary work is to filter and remove all the waste products from the blood through the form of urine. All mammals, including humans, have two kidneys, left and right. The size of my kidneys are like my fist, around 10 to 12 centimeters or 5 inches, and located on either side of the spine, just right under my rib cage. And they definitely work better and are more complicated than the filter that you have in your refrigerator at home. The reason is because they are not only filtering the blood and removing the waste products from the body, but they are also removing drugs from the body and balancing the body's fluids. The kidneys perform their job of filtering and returning to the bloodstream about 200 quarts or 189 liters of fluid every 24 hours. That is equal to 50 gallons. And then 2 quarts or 1.89 liters or half a gallon of that fluid will be eliminated from the body in the form of urine, which is replaced by the fluid we consume. The urine we excrete has been stored in the bladder for approximately 1 to 8 hours. Here is another cool thing about the kidneys. Kidneys are also chemical factors. Kidneys convert vitamin D that is absorbed by the body from the sun or food to the active form of vitamin D, which controls growth of the bones. They also produce hormones that help to stimulate red blood cell production, regulate blood pressure, and control calcium metabolism. But in our activity today, we are going to focus only on the function of the kidney as a major organ in the urinary system. Now, let's put on our safety equipment and dig into this natural filter. Our specimen here is a kidney from a pig that has been triple-injected with red, blue, and yellow latex that makes it easy for us to see the arteries and veins. Now, I personally am very curious with the exact size of this kidney, so I would like to measure the dimensions. Not that it is important for our lesson today, but in the medical world, doctors use the size information as an indication of the progressions of rare disease. Right now, we are just curious and having fun. So let's get our ruler and measure this kidney. The length is approximately 18 centimeters or 7 inches, and the width is approximately 8 centimeters or 3.15 inches. Last, the thickness is approximately around 5 centimeters or 2 inches. On the external part of this kidney, there is this dense irregular tissue that is called the renal capsule. This renal capsule provides protection to the inside parts and helps maintain the shape. In our specimen here, we have the ureter that is still attached. This ureter is practically a tube that connects the kidney to the urinary bladder. And over here, we have a renal artery, which is the branch from the abdominal aorta that brings the oxygenated blood supply to the kidney. And over here, we have the renal vein, which is the vein that exits the kidney carrying filtered, deoxygenated blood to the inferior vena cava of the heart. And this area over here, where the indentation is called the hilus. You may have noticed that I used the word renal several times before, and we are going to continue to use this word because renal means related to the kidney. Next, let's see the inside part of the kidney. I'm going to use my scalpel to cut through this kidney. What do we have here? Let's start with the outer part. So the outer part here is called the renal cortex. In this cortex area, we can use our magnifying glass to see the renal corpuscle. And in humans, there are about 1 million of these. Why are there so many of them? Because the corpuscle is actually where the blood is filtered. The renal corpuscle is the site of filtration. Next is the inner portion over here that is called the renal medulla. This is where the regulation of the urine concentration happens. If we look more closely in the medulla area, we will see all these pyramids. Some call these renal pyramids, and they are actually sections of the medulla. They lie next to the cortex, and the tip forms a renal papilla. Each papilla projects into the renal sinus. And as you can see here, there is space between each pyramid. These areas are made by bands of tissue called the columns. Take a look closer at these columns. They have a granular texture that is similar to the cortex. Here is the thing. Each pyramid and the area around it, meaning the cortex and the column, they make up a renal lobe. In these renal lobes, the urine production occurs. And each papilla releases the urine into a cup-shaped structure called the minor calyx. Now 4 or 5 minor calyces merge to form a major calyx. Then major calyces merge to form the renal pelvis over here. I'm going to remove this yellow latex, which was injected to fill the calyxes and renal pelvis and represent urine, so we can see into this side of the renal pelvis. As you see here, the wall of this renal pelvis is formed by a wall of thick fibrous tissue and forms the expanded end of the ureter. So practically, the ureter is continuous with the renal pelvis. So I guess the big question is, how do all of these little parts and blood vessels work together to filter the blood that our bodies need? Blood enters the kidneys through the renal arteries from the heart. Blood is cleaned by passing through millions of tiny blood filters called renal corpuscles. Waste material passes through the ureter and is stored in the bladder as urine. Newly cleaned blood returns to the bloodstream by way of the renal veins. The bladder becomes full and urine passes out of the body through the urethra. That is all I have for you today. I hope you've had a great time learning about the kidney. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons below, and take care. I will see you in the next video.